lucky enough to travel often for my job, not only to wine regions, but also to cities with a great wine culture. But like so many people, I only have time for a few days in each destination, which makes it even more important for me to know where to go and what to see. I'm Susan Kostrzewa, executive editor for Wine Enthusiast magazine, and this is 48 Hours in Seattle. My first impression of Seattle was just the location and how beautiful it is physically. I love that it's located right on the Puget Sound and that pretty much anywhere you are in the city, you can see water and feel close to nature. Pike Place Market is a bustling hub of Seattle and a great place to start your day. There are rowdy fish markets, local purveyors selling everything from jam to jewelry, and of course, beautiful views. It's also where the first ever Starbucks is located. I'm at Bottle House in the Madrona neighborhood. I've heard so much about the wine list here, and it's in an incredibly intimate setting.
I think one of the things that inspired us for Bottle House was this sense of how to create approachability in a community around wine culture and food and how that brings people together.
What's unique about what we do here is it is so fresh and so new, where it's like the wild, wild west, right?
Really experimental then.
Very experimental, experimental, which is awesome.
I feel like that's part of the culture out here though too. Yeah, there is a bit of that like adventurous spirit, which
definitely
plays into the wine culture, which is great. Bottle House in the Mondrian neighborhood represents what is so unique about Seattle wine culture. The wine list is inventive and deep and offers not only local wines, but wines from around the world. But the setting is super relaxed, so you can really kick back. Seattle is famous for its coffee and music, two of my favorite things. You'll find both at Porchlight Coffee and Records, a charming space with fantastic ambiance, and of course, a great vinyl collection. I'm about to head into Solari, a restaurant I've heard so much about. Chef Eduardo specializes in local ingredients with a European twist.
I've always been into food, cooking with my mom and my grandmother. Lifelong dream has been to open up a restaurant.
So we have some fava beans that we're going to put on the menu tonight. If you can help me out, you know.
Put me to work.
So basically,
what am I doing? I'm just peeling them?
You're popping them out of the larger pod.
How often do you alternate your menu based on local ingredients and what's fresh and in season?
Right, so we change our menu anywhere from daily to weekly to monthly. It's all dictated by our farmers, what they have available.
I would imagine that keeps it really interesting for you as a chef.
So it's inspiring, like when they give us an ingredient that we haven't worked with that's actually new to them because they decided to plant something new this year. It's a challenge for us.
Being from the South, there's certain ingredients that I pretty much fell in love with. My farmers are actually growing those ingredients here for me. What's special about Seattle is that we can pretty much grow anything.
Part of what makes the Seattle culinary scene so amazing is the ingredients that they have access to, and I think what Eduardo's doing here is he's just showcasing great ingredients and creating some really beautiful dishes.
Alors is French for the urchin, or sea urchin. We focus on Pacific Northwest cuisine. We are a French-influenced restaurant. I think what we're doing differently here is really filtering the French drinking culture through an American lens.
I feel like the cocktail culture has gone full circle and we're going back to simple drinks.
The French drinking culture is based around very, very simple drinks that really emphasize pure, clean flavors and let people really taste what's in the glass. Seattle has an amazing cocktail scene. It's been going on for years. The community here is just so empowered and fans of each other.
At Alors, Seattle and France come together in a perfect pairing with an elegant but no-nonsense approach to ingredients and cuisine. I love the experimental vibe of Seattle and its wine, food, and mixology scene. Maybe it's the independent nature of the city, but they embrace change in ways you don't always see in other cities. Now's the right time to visit and get in on the action.